Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you're all doing well this morning. So, it's a little bit different this morning. So, there's me as usual. We've got Luke with us this morning, and we've got the lovely Taylor. Good morning, Taylor.
Hello.
So this morning we're just going to have a little natter and a little chat with Taylor and Luke and myself. We've never met before, have we? This is our first
time.
Taylor's actually joining the team at the yard. She's on placement. That's right, isn't it? You're on placement.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I don't know if you can tell by the accent, actually Taylor isn't from Northampton or from Leicester. She's actually all the way in. Where are you, Taylor?
I am Wales, so
Wales and
Cardiff. So I'm the Vale of Glamorgan, so near like Barry Island, Penarth, that sort of.
Near where Gavin and Stacey was filmed.
Yeah.
That's how you know it.
I'm being filmed. Well, I'm ages away from there, but it's still in Wales, so I'll take that.
Well, I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, it's being filmed in Wales in a castle.
Castle. No, you're not near the castle.
No, but no. I'll take it.
So what sometimes we do, which Luke loves, we kick off with our how's our internal weather, and it's something I learned on a course a while ago, and it's just a way of checking in with people, asking people how they feel, but you describe it as the weather. So I'll kick us off. So I would describe my internal weather today. It's a little bit gloomy. I think that's because for me, it's absolutely chucking down in Northampton here. And my mood is always so affected by the weather.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit gloomy, but I'm all right. There's a little bit of sunshine coming behind the clouds, I think. So I'm not feeling too bad today. So go on then, Luke. What's your internal weather?
Bit of the same, I'd say, Not
you always say you're the same as me.
It's echoing a lot.
It is that you are echoing. Oh, so am I.
Am I echoing?
Yeah,
no, you're not bad.
Everything that's said on mine is really like.
Oh.
But anyway, I'll carry on and see if it goes. A bit of light rain, I suppose.
Is it raining?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Bit gloomy.
Yeah, a bit dull here.
Go on then, Taylor. How's your weather today?
The weather here is not too bad. The clouds are grey, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad today. So
how are you feeling? You in a good mood, or you feeling all right?
Better than what I was yesterday. Had a bit of a bad day yesterday. Just stressed. It's my last year of uni, so work's piling on. So I was a bit stressed yesterday, but feeling a little bit better today. Managed to open my curtains and feel a bit alive.
Anyway, we all have those bad days, don't we? Oh, what's that noise?
Yeah. Oh, are you echoing now?
Am I echoing?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. There is a lot of strange noises going on today. Bear with us, guys, because I'm not sure why. Maybe is it because it's the three of us, but. We apologise for the sound. Hopefully it will sort of sort itself out. Laurel's just said morning, Laurel. Hope you're doing okay today. Type in the box. Let us know what your internal weather is like today. So let's kick off this morning. Really, we want to get to know Taylor. She's going to be part of the team for a bit. You're going to be seeing bits and bobs of her online with us. So come on then, Taylor. This is going to be 20 questions to you. So,
oh God.
Tell us a little bit about yourself then. So how old are you? So tell us about what you're doing at uni.
Sorry, I've got a cold as well, so I'm like dying. I'm 26 and I'm studying. Oh, that is echoing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that my phone's by there? Is that better? I move my phone out of the way.
Yeah.
Where was I?
You're 27.
26.
Oh, sorry.
I'm joking. I'm in Cardiff Met, Kincoid site, and I study youth and community work. I'm on my last year now, so I'm level 6. So it's education year, so it's big year. and is taking its toll a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, but hopefully going to be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant. And are you enjoying your uni life? Yeah.
I do enjoy what I do. I'm very passionate working with young people. So yeah, I do really enjoy it. Definitely.
What's your sort of ideal job then? Once you finish this course, what do you would like to see yourself doing?
To be honest, I had like an idea when I first started uni, but now I've been on like a different placement. So I've been with Media Academy Cardiff, which is quite a big organisation, working with 10 to 17-year-olds. So doing intervention plans with them on why not to commit like a crime, basically. So that was good. And then I worked with I did 400 hours last year, level 5 with the Printers Trust.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really good.
Yeah, it's me echoing now, isn't it? Is it me echoing now?
A little bit, but then it stops.
So weird. Yeah, it stopped now.
Yeah, it stopped now.
Right, nobody move. We've got to stay in this exact position.
You just won't move.
You both got a ghost in your house.
I know. Oh, wow, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it was really good. So I've had like 2 different experiences, because that was basically more of a one-to-one, and then the Printers Trust was more group work. So I led a few of my own sessions on there, so that was cool. And now obviously I'm with you guys. So
amazing.
Yeah, so it was a taste, I think, of everything. But what I really want to do is work with young offenders.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I think it's just trial and error, like finding your place, finding where you fit. And
I think you're right in what you say. You may start a course or sort of like a degree with a certain mindset of what I definitely want to go down this path, but perhaps then you're introduced to different things whilst doing that, like you say, and actually that's quite interesting. That might suit you better.
Yeah, definitely.
It all sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's good.
Yeah, so I'll just tell you a little bit about me. So I've been working at the yard since January. So before I did that, I used to be a early years educator. So I used to work in a preschool. And that's sort of my role within the yard, is working with families, perhaps with younger children. And that's where my sort of expertise comes in that sense. And Luke, you're more with the youths, aren't you?
Yeah, more with the youth. I used to work with Bianca a few years back. She used to be my youth worker as well.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's all come back around. So and before this, I worked in a prison, and I was a personal trainer as well. So yeah, quite a different background to Jasmin, but that's why we do different things as well.
Yeah, but that's why it also sort of ties in nicely, doesn't it? Because it's like we all have a slightly different skill set.
Yeah.
It's important, because if we all just did the same, then you could be missing so many different areas. So it's been a funny old year. I'd say that Luke and I being in our first year with the yard, and then what with COVID and lockdown, it's felt a very much stop and start year for us.
Yeah.
Started off the year. Yeah, I mean, all the plans went out the window. We started off the year in January, and we didn't actually have a building yet in Northampton. And then a building was secured, and we waited weeks and weeks for the keys, didn't we, Luke? We got the keys, I think it was about mid-Feb, and there was a lot of work needed doing on our building. And all of that was just starting to take place, and then lockdown hit us.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, and it felt like a real kick in the teeth, because we were just sort of gaining momentum. We also had quite a few different placement uni students with us, and we were all just sort of getting into our, when you just sort of running. Then lockdown happened.
I had to stop placement like a couple of weeks early as well. So that was pretty tough. Obviously, I built relationships with people, so they were like, well, are you going to come back? Or so that's really, once it opens again, I'm going to go back and obviously visit and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And I guess because, this has all been so unknown to us all, we went into lockdown, I think probably pretty naively thinking, oh, this could be 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, because you're in lockdown now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys aren't, are you? So you've you had a circuit breaker. So what did you do? 3 weeks?
2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And is everything just back to normal now where you are, or are you under any restrictions, or?
Still pretty much guidelines we were following before, but not, I wouldn't say as much. Like we've just been told at the school now that we've got to wear masks on drop off and pick up. That's the only thing that's changed, really.
Okay. Yeah, so we're on lockdown, but this is a funny old lockdown, isn't it, Luke? Because the weekdays to me feel the same. The only difference is that I'm working from home. But my kids are still going to school.
Yeah.
You go to the shops. Loads of the shops have stayed open this time. Things like the garden centres, B&M, the Range.
Yeah.
Because they sell some sort of food, they're now classed as essential.
Yeah, cool.
It just sort of feels like I personally feel that this lockdown has been tougher, just doing the 4 weeks than the whole of the last one, because the weekdays are the same, and then when it gets to a weekend when potentially you go and see family, or you might get together with some friends or have someone over for dinner, it's all the fun stuff has stopped. So work all week, my kids were mortified. They're like, especially my son, he's like, well, why am I allowed to go to school but I'm not allowed to play football or rugby at a weekend?
Yeah, that's true.
Sort of things, so I'm really looking forward to getting out of lockdown next week. But obviously, then we're waiting to find out what tier Northampton and Leicester are going to be in tomorrow. We find out tomorrow. So I guess once we know what tier we're in, then we'll sort of know.
To do with Christmas, is it?
Well, no. So what's happening is that tomorrow the government are telling every area what tier we're going to be in.
Right, okay.
And then there's just a generic through the whole of the UK, isn't it? That the 23rd to the 27th, you can mix with 2 other, but you can go with 2 other bubbles. So there's 3 bubbles together.
Yeah.
So for those 5 days, which I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is it worth us having this sort of 5-day Christmas break? But I'm concerned about the potential knock-on effects of that come January. What are your guys' views on it?
I think it'll be nice to be able to mix with family over Christmas, but then it's only for obviously a short amount of time, so it's a bit tricky, I think, to then go, see your loved ones who you probably haven't seen for a long time, and then kind of stop again. So I just think I think it'll be nice for when it lasts, but then I think when obviously it returns back to, our new normal, I think that's when it'll be quite tricky.
It's a weird one. How long are they saying that we can mix at Christmas?
5 days.
5 days
to the
20.
20th.
5 days. It's a weird one, because if they want to take this lockdown seriously, but then they're going to say it's okay to have 5 days where you're mixing stuff.
Yeah.
People are going to take it serious now, are they? So it's weird that they can do that.
Because in that 5 days, in that 5 days, everyone's going to try and fit everyone in.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be mad. It'd be mental. No, there's no point in leaving the house in 5 days, because it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
What they're saying. So actually, the guidelines are that you have to pick 2 bubbles. So 2 other households, and they're your exclusive 2 bubbles for that 5 days. So you can't choose, for example, you can't choose Uncle John and Uncle Jean on day 1 and then you can't mix it up.
So it's got to be.
So for example, with my family, we will choose my mum and dad, so the children get to see their grandparents.
Yeah.
And my husband, so my in-laws. So, but that will be it. That will be our 3 bubbles. Because
I don't think many people are really sticking to.
Well, people
are not really sticking to.
The thing is, I can't see people sticking to that. It's going to be a free-for-all. And my concern is we've just done 4 weeks of lockdown, which has been mentally so hard on everyone.
Yeah.
It's sort of though we're just going to shoot ourselves in the foot. All that hard work, you might as well just be like, see you then. Because come January is such a depressing month. It's really hard financially for people who are perhaps overspent at Christmas. Put yourself into a position, which a lot of people do, myself included. You want to give your kids the best Christmas ever. And then January comes and Christmas is done, and all you're left with is being skin, eating too much. I'm always on a diet in January, so I'll be annoyed with myself that I've eaten and drank so much. And throw a lockdown at that, people's mental health is just going to go crazy.
I know, this is the trouble. This is the trouble. Like, it's just crazy.
I saw a poll on not this morning. Good Morning Britain, whatever it's called, with Piers Morgan and that. They did a poll to ask, do people think this 5 days over Christmas, is it worth it? Or should we just for this year go, look, this isn't going to be a normal Christmas. Stick to the rules, no mixing. But then come February, March, we go back to normal. And 75% think that we shouldn't be having these 5 days over Christmas. They don't want to do it because they're worried about the repercussions. That's a huge amount of people.
That is a lot.
I'm surprised at that.
It is surprising.
Well, it's like Luke said, like all of a sudden you're having a lockdown and not allowed to mix because of it spreading, and then you're allowed 5 days to go and mix. So obviously it's going to still spread. Or
the virus isn't going to go away for Christmas, is it? It's like that. Everyone keeps saying COVID doesn't have Christmas Day off, and you throw in Christmas, the celebrations, the drinking, and as soon as people start having alcohol and perhaps seeing friends and family they haven't seen for ages, the social distancing goes out the window, and that's where lies the problem, because we all forget.
The 23rd, did you say?
Yeah, the 23rd to the 27th.
Oh, so that's not including New Year then even, is it?
No, New Year, don't even think about it.
I don't even. I'm in bed usually by 10. I never make New Year with a 6-year-old.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I can see pros and against for all of it. What the right thing is, I don't know. You just hope that people will be sensible.
Yeah, hopefully. So then it doesn't make us have another lockdown after Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a worrying time. I mean, when Boris did his speech the other night, he said he expects us to be with these tier restrictions until Easter next year. I said to my husband, that'll be over a year that we've been under some sort of restrictions then. That's mental when you think about it. Absolutely. So
do you think we're ever going to turn back to being normal, or?
I think we will.
When everyone's got the vaccine out and stuff, then there's no choice to go back to normal, is it, with that? But
but I think it's going to take longer than what people think. That's the trouble. Because don't get me wrong, it's great news that they've got all these vaccines and whatnot coming, through the doors now, but they still have to undergo so much testing.
Yeah,
and
people are going to have it.
That's the other thing. I'm in two minds. Normally, the testing for these sort of vaccines take years before it's then rolled out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that we're under pressure because of the pandemic, but then it makes you wonder who's going to want to take the vaccines if they don't feel like they're 100% safe and tested yet.
Yeah, because personally, it does scare. Like you said, it does scare me because it hasn't even been tested for a year yet, is it? It's been a couple of weeks. Couple of months. It is worrying.
We will go back to normality, but I think, it's going to be, I think we've got quite a bit ahead of us yet.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
To be honest.
I went into Cardiff with my friend last weekend for like the first time, just to have a meal and a drink, just me and my friend. And it was the most weirdest experience ever. Like, it was so strange. I think I'd rather get some drinks and come and sit in my house because it's just.
Was it empty?
It was weird. It was just strange. Like, so we went for a meal first, so that was nice. That was obviously pretty normal. And we thought we'd go for a drink after. And everywhere you went, it was full.
Oh.
It was literally, so we finally got a place and we went inside, and it was just like the dance floor was taken over by tables with 4 chairs. It was just bizarre. It was just so strange.
So yeah, I guess the thing is, you can't just walk into a bar anymore like you used to
anymore. Can't just like go to the bar. It's just strange.
I mean, I haven't been to a bar or anything. Before we went into this lockdown that we're in now, I went to the pub a few times, and I found it very strange. Just remembering to, if you're going to the toilet, put your mask on to walk to the toilet.
Yeah,
it's all it feels it's just madness, isn't it? The world's got
a pub for a year. And I stopped a couple of months ago, just obviously to concentrate on uni, but it just wasn't the same. Like when we went back after lockdown, like the social aspect had gone. The regular customers would come in and like want to chat with us, but you can't stay at the table for longer than like 60 seconds.
Oh gosh.
It's just it was just so strange. Completely changed the atmosphere.
Yeah, I guess that's the pubs, the small sort of village pubs that are sort of being hit hardest by this, because they used to have their regulars who used to come in and sit at the bar, have a few pints, and we can't do that anymore. You're not allowed to approach the bar, are you? No. Now, depending on what tier we go into, you can't even go to the pub for just a pint. It has to be to have substantial food.
Yeah.
So it takes away those people that perhaps just want it. Sometimes it's more, I think quite often it's a man thing, isn't it? I'm just nipping down the pub for a pint.
Oh yeah, they're all feeling it when they come in the pub. What do you mean we can't come down and have one pint? You're like,
I know. Yeah, and they're saying like maybe some pubs aren't going to recover from this, and if you're a venue that didn't serve food before and you don't have those sort of facilities, then a lot of them aren't going to be able to reopen, because they will never reopen, and that's really sad, because you're probably losing some really lovely little places that just can't.
There's loads that have closed down in Leicester.
Really?
Oh, Leicester. If you walk around Leicester now, there's so many places that are closed down.
Oh my God, that's so sad. Like families building businesses and stuff. It's just
sad.
It really is sad.
It really is. And if you think as well, I think the what's the word? The nail in the coffin for a lot of these places was, obviously they've undergone the lockdown the first time, worked really hard, probably invested a lot of money into their places to get themselves COVID, ready to open, and then to have to close for a second time. Some of them just won't ever recover from that.
No, it's so sad.
It is sad. But yeah, I guess all we can do is carry on. Like you said earlier, Taylor, you were having a bad day yesterday. I think we're all having ups and downs at the moment, and there's nothing wrong with that. And not to sort of, I think, everyone's feeling it some way or somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I guess I think maybe tomorrow when we come on, I don't know who's going to be with me tomorrow.Maybe Taylor, maybe Luke. I don't know, but maybe, I don't know if we'll know. I don't know what time we're finding out about the tiers tomorrow. Do you know?
I'm not sure. Are we included? I don't know.
Yeah, because actually, I don't know.
Wait, no, I don't think we are.
You're included in the 5 days.
Yeah, they said about that yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't think you're included in the tier thing. I think that's just our government.
It's just crazy. I just don't get how.
I know. It's all. I know, considering we're all part of the UK, aren't we? And
this is what baffles me. I think that's what confused people from the start, though. If they just had a set of rules for everyone, I think it would have been a lot clearer. So I came back from Amsterdam, and thank God they were handing out leaflets at the airport of the rules, because they were so confusing. I had one person telling me something, one person telling me something else. So I was just like, me and my friend were like, we don't even know what we've got to follow. It was just crazy.
And I do think that's been a big problem in the way along. It hasn't been clear to people, and there's been so many mixed messages. And like you say, if someone lived in Wales and then came down to somewhere, I don't know, Northampton, it's also different. And I think that's why they've all, is it what's your guy's name? You know,
Mark Drakeford.
Who?
Mark Drakeford, I think.
Yeah. And then Nicola Sturgeon and then Boris. They've all worked together for the Christmas thing, because could you imagine if we all had different rules for the 5 days of Christmas? Well, so at least they have worked together, so that's a bit more fluid.
Maybe if they worked together from the start, then it probably wouldn't be in such a mess, really, would it?
I know. It's all bonkers. The government, I've got a lot to answer for, in my opinion. But that's a whole nother debate.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with students, obviously, starting uni is such a tough time for them as well.
Awful.
You know, not knowing whether they're coming or going, really. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And then they've all got to have 2 COVID tests before they can come home for Christmas, haven't they?
Just bonkers.
I heard that the other day. But it's not. I think let's just hope 21 is a hell of a lot better.
Everyone was saying in 2019, right, 2020 is the year.
I know.
It's been the worst hasn't it?
I said that to a friend the other day, like on New Year's Eve, we were with some friends and we were like, 2020. Like if someone has said to us that night, so just to let you know, in 2020, it's going to be this. You just couldn't have written it. I wouldn't have believed it if someone said to me, this is happening. You know,
it's crazy.
But I would never believe when someone say, right, they're going to close the schools. I would have been like, they will never close schools.
Yeah.
Schools is way too important. And, you know.
It's tough. It's really tough on people, especially, you know, people suffering with, you know, with their mental health and stuff like that, and rely on certain organisations, and it just kind of goes to pot because no one's got a plan. It's just crazy.
I know. And just before we finish, Jonathan has just put a comment on, fun thought. If most shops shut and the middle companies that own the place and rent it out, maybe they might have the government buy the town centres back. Then hopefully the business that people want are allowed to be there instead of the ones that make the most money. We might have better town centres in 10 years, based more on what the people want to use them for. I know, high hopes.
Aww.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point, Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It would be amazing if town centres were more based around what people want as opposed to profit. But
I know, that would be amazing.
But
you can get some crap in the town centres, shops that no one ever even goes to.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of shops in Leicester that take up so much room in the town centre, where it's not even like, they don't have people in there. They're all like orders online and stuff like that. So what's the point in taking up the space?
Why are they? Yeah, that is true.
And it's sad because, you know, a lot of people don't even use our town centres anymore because there's so much online shopping. You know, so many shops are having to close. That's another sector that are being affected by this pandemic. You know,
Cardiff Town is just weird. It's a one-way system. Like it's just everything's just changed. It's just really eye-opening. Like
I haven't been into Northampton town centre since we've been in this lockdown, but my mum went a week or so ago, and she said it was just weird. It was eerie. It's just like a ghost town, and
it's really, really weird.
It is. But let's hope. You know, let's find out tomorrow what tier we're in. Get out of lockdown next week, and let's try and.
Have some positive.
Try and have a few positive thoughts, which I know is hard because things are hard, but you know, we will get there. This isn't forever.
It's not forever,
things will get better. All right, then. On that note, I think we might. Fingers crossed, everybody. Okay. On that note, we'll call it a day. I think this morning. So, Taylor, it was so lovely to meet you this morning.
Nice to meet you both. Really nice to meet you both.
Taylor,
And I'll think you might be joining me every now and again for a few more of these. So, guys, you'll get to see a lot more of Taylor.
I think I'll be joining you guys mainly Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
But I spoke with Bianca, and she's happy for me to, you know, when I'm not in uni, to kind of jump on and off on stuff. Really cool.
Amazing. It's always really nice when we have like more of a chat and talk, because it's, you know, a bit more back and forth that you know really nice. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Joining us on at the yard for a bit. So thank you.
Looking forward to it.
For joining me again this morning. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you all tomorrow. So have a good one.
You will too. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.